If you want to learn, you're going to have to make mistakes and learn from them and pull out the gold, extract out the gold from each failure. Like, look, I'm going to learn from what I do. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. If I want to be good at anything, if I want to be successful at anything, I'm going to learn through mistakes. The question I have for you is, what can you do about other people's mistakes? And the answer is nothing. That's somebody else's game. You can try to influence others. You can try to subvert them or redirect them, whether in company, in relationship, in life, and being an entrepreneur, running teams. But my firm belief is that people's fundamental success lies in their ability to understand their mistakes and how to control mistakes. And the way you learn from mistakes is by making lots of mistakes. You have to increase the number of mistakes. Let's say you want to find love, someone you're deeply connected with. Do you do that by not going out on dates? Not discovering who is potentially your authentic, genuine connection in life? Be authentic in life. You give yourself the chance to get hurt. You're a good-hearted person, and you genuinely make the mistake of being inauthentic. That's your mistake because you didn't allow that person to get to know you. Like, present yourself openly, honestly, undefensive. Like, here I am. This is who I am. You hide yourself. You put on your best face. And that's a mistake. But you learn that by doing that. But society says, don't make mistakes because we will look down on you. We will judge you. We will take you out. We'll target you. And so you eradicate or lessen your mistakes by not having any. But then you don't learn. You don't discover for yourself what you want or how to become skillful, masterful at whatever you want in life. But the way out of mistakes and having what you want is by making lots of mistakes. Mistakes is a word that people don't like because there's the optimal path or excellence or perfection where you don't make mistakes. But consider that mistakes is the path to mastery. The word mistake resonates with most people, but people don't like it. But what mistakes really is learning. It's where you learn boots on the ground in the trenches. It's where you discover for yourself in your own experience where you really know something. So when you make a mistake and you think about mistakes or just think about mistakes, it has a counterproductive connotation to it. If you flip it and say, well, have more successes, people like that. But when you say make more mistakes, that scares people because society likes very simplified boundaries of who's winning, who's losing, and society wants to reward people who make traditional establishment choices and succeed in that, like do things the right way. Go to school, get the right job, follow the right path and put in the position to not make mistakes that you might have to learn from. If you get into an elite school, like an Ivy League school, society rewards you for that. Reputation, acknowledgement, there's a certain level of status and presumption of intellect and capability that comes with just you being there. And if you don't get into the more elite school, then your life is over. Part of what I've realized is why I got very lucky is that I had no friends. Once I got out of high school, I first moved to LA. I had some acquaintances, but I was very hyper vigilant of the world I had to live in, of just being lost, not knowing who I was, getting fired by jobs, one job after the next. I didn't want people to see that. I didn't have any kind of inner mechanism to determine what expectations were normal. My expectations were I needed to be perfect. I was wanting my father's approval. I only wanted him to see the things that I was doing well, but then that became my framework in life and for all relationships. My father believed in me, but I was also a vessel of his frustration toward life. I couldn't reconcile the rejection or the judgment or the constant put downs or critique just around doing chores around the house or school or kind of what I was doing. He was always critiquing what I was doing. And that was about 70% of the time, I'd say. The other 30% where he believed in me, he'd build me up. Mystic teacher. These teachers, mentors, they believed in me. They were also very hard on me. I was very afraid kind of the world, but these mentors gave me the access to actually critique myself in a way that allowed myself to expand out of that identity that was scared, that was locked up, blocked up, constrained. I had been working since I was like 14 years old, but I knew somewhere any of those pathways that were in front of me weren't the way. So I would do the work, and that was valuable. I was manager, I was a cook and chef, I was a waiter, but I wasn't finding myself in all of that. I knew that there was something other that I wanted to do in life. That's why I needed to change my environment. My point here, coming back to mistakes, is that if you want to learn, you're going to have to make mistakes and learn from them and pull out the gold, extract out the gold from each failure. Like, look, I'm going to learn from what I do. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. If I want to be good at anything, if I want to be successful at anything, if I want to be personal in anything, I'm going to learn and refine and evolve and develop skillfulness, real skills that produce and generate real results through trial and error, through mistakes. And then you take the wins, take the successes as milestones of success, but know that on the other side and between each climb, there's going to be mistakes, there's going to be falls, there's going to be failures. Keep extracting the gold, shaking off all the rest. Shake off the story you have about it, the judgment you have about it, the disappointment in yourself. Keep shaking all that off. Keep extracting the learning and moving forward and applying what you learned. And that, my friends, is a way to grow and learn into becoming the best you, the best, most excellent self. And the only way to really become a true contribution in the world is to contribute to yourself, your personal excellence, your personal development and mastery, creating your connection to your conscience from your creator, and bring that life forward. Living that life forward is the best antidote to helping to correct course in the world and the current crisis of the world that we're living in. You becoming the best version of you, the most skillful you, is going to be the best way to help society and the people you love and care about, closest to you and out into society and community and the world beyond. All right, y'all. Peace out.